She is the queen of fitness. You have every single possible fitness device known to man.
Liz might be the queen of fitness, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
You have a Fitbit, the regular one, right?
I got the Fitbit 1.
Yeah.
I took that
the original.
to CES.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. It was very accurate, and one of my favorite things about it was easy to clip on,
Right.
and it synced very well.
A glorified pedometer, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So this is the new Fitbit. It's a bracelet version of
Yeah,
the
it's a bracelet, which they've been meaning to make forever, and I'm so glad they finally did it because this is awesome. I love the thing.
It's called the Flex.
The Fitbit Flex, and rightfully so because it's very flexible.
It's bendy.
Yeah, it's bendy. It comes with 2 different sizes, and you can clip it on with this little
So it's more
piece right here.
adjustable than some of these other ones. For instance, the Jawbone Up and the Nike Fuel Band. You really, it was like kind of one size fits all. This could be almost any size.
So this one, it comes with 2 separate bands, a large and a small band.
Everybody's so Liz comes running over with her Jawbone Up. Tony's taking off his Nike Fuel Band. Everybody's got one of these.
Look at all the bands. And
But
look,
this is the
you put them all
competition.
together and they all look the same.
And this probably has the same guts, the Motion X guts that all the other ones have as well.
Yeah, it probably is the same guts.
Yeah. So tell us how it works, what it does. Show us the software, because it really comes down to software. And I think Fitbit had the best software previously.
I kind of agree. I really, really like the software. One thing I noticed with this new one is when you actually sync it to your device, it syncs very quickly. It syncs
Via
a lot
Bluetooth?
faster. Yeah, via Bluetooth to your iPhone or Android device. A lot faster than the old Fitbit 1, I have to say, very quickly. The one thing I did miss about this one is click. There we go. It's a little bit harder
What are
to
you
click
doing?
when you're not wearing it. Cutting on the little LEDs.
Oh, look at there's
screen
little
right
LEDs
here.
on there. And what are they telling you?
This is telling me it's so much harder to
You
click
put it
whenever
back
you're
on.
not wearing it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There, you need something to push against.
Yeah, I need some pressure.
Is that how many steps you've
those little
taken?
LEDs shows you I've been using this about 40%
Uh-huh.
of my total daily goal. And my daily goal right now is 10,000.
You
So
set
once
that
I
in
hit,
software.
Yeah, once I hit 10,000 steps, you'll see 5 LEDs blink and show up. So this will count your steps. It'll count your sleeping patterns as however many times you wake up.
The old
your
Fitbit, you had a
calories.
special bracelet you had to put the Fitbit into.
Yeah,
This one,
which
at
was
least, you just
annoying.
keep
That was
wearing.
one of my cons about the old one. This one, you just hold on, you put it on, you can wear it in the shower because it's waterproof.
Okay.
Unlike the old one, which some people washed and killed. And then
Does
you
it?
can
So it
take this
measures
out to charge
steps?
it.
Does it measure altitude as well?
It does not.
Upstairs? It does not.
It doesn't measure that anymore, unfortunately.
Oh.
That's something you'll miss with this. It also doesn't have a little screen on there, so you can't see steps on here. You just see a percentage of your daily goal.
So that's the actual Fitbit. The rubber band
Yeah.
isn't even necessary. You could put that in your
Yeah, and they sell accessories too. A
put
bunch
that
of
in your
different colors.
pants,
You
and
could put it in your pants.
It would still work. Okay.
Now, one thing I did notice was with this, it has a little bit different accuracy than the Fitbit 1, and I think that's just because the Fitbit 1 you wear on your hip, this you wear on your wrist.
Right.
You get a little bit different of a step count,
Okay.
but all together, it's still giving you the same competitive feeling whenever you start friending people on Fitbit. They also updated their website with the Flex. And this looks a little janky on the iPad right now, but they give you a whole bunch of these different little widgets that you can move around and arrange however you like.
So it's a dashboard
Yeah,
for you.
you get a dashboard. It measures your distance as well. Of course, your sleep pattern. It shows floors right here. You'll see 0 because I don't think that's counting floors. Calories burned, of course, and then your weight and whatnot as well. Luckily, I didn't put in my weight today.
You have to manually enter that so that
You manually enter your food and your activity every day. Your calories are automatically counted depending on your activity and your steps.
So far what we have is a pedometer that measures steps and motion during sleep, and a nice app. But tell me about the social part, because that's something very different from a regular pedometer.
So I haven't friended too many people on this, and that might be because a lot of people haven't purchased these. I have a few friends on here. Jeffrey Needles is one of my friends. He always beats me because he bounces around on his ball all day, and he gets so many more steps than I do. But it definitely makes you feel like, oh, man, I need to race them and get a little bit higher step count.
So you might actually go out and get a ball, for instance.
Yeah,
and sit
so
on one
I
just
have a
to-
ball in my office now.
just so you can compete.
Because I want to get more steps than
But that's
Jeffrey
the value
Needles
of
does.
something like this. It really does kind of encourage you
Yeah, it
to
does.
increase your activity.
And for $99.95, I think it's a really good price point. I think it's well manageable. It's really easy to wear. I forget about it when I go to the gym, and then I get home and I check it, and I'm like, yeah, I hit my goal. I was so excited. So it makes you feel so much better about yourself. And I don't know, I think it's just a really good thing to have.
There are a lot of choices, but as we just mentioned, the Jawbone and the Nike Fuel Band and the Flex, they're mostly kind of the same, maybe some slight differences.
They're very similar to each
Fuel
other.
Band doesn't actually measure steps, it measures fuel points, whatever that is. I think it has roughly the same.
Steps as well.
It's pretty similar. Right. It says fuel points and steps. I don't know what the difference is. But the same thing. You set a goal, and what I've noticed, and obviously you have too, is as you get closer to that goal, you kind of make a point of doing more.
You do.
You take the stairs. You walk a little farther. You sit on a bouncy ball.
Sit on a bouncy
Just
ball.
so you
as
can
silly as it sounds.
do a little bit better. And I think that's the kind of change, the life change that can make a long-term, make a huge difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the battery as well. I know some people
How long do
ask
you go
about
on that?
I can go about a week without
that's
it dying.
great.
The charging takes about 2 to 3 hours.
USB?
Or so. Yeah, it's USB, and it comes with a little charging thing. And then it also comes with a little syncer that you can plug into USB if you don't have a mobile device to sync to.
Then it syncs to your computer via the USB port.
And
that's
I can
just like the old Fitbit. Yeah.
And the
let's see
clips
how it looks.
stay pretty well, too.
Now, you're a lady. You're fashion conscious. Do you think that that's attractive, unattractive?
I think it's fine.
Okay. Other colors or just black?
There are other colors. They have teal, red, a whole bunch of other ones.
Right.
You can also purchase this in, I believe, a navy blue type of color. They have a pretty orange one, which I actually want to buy.
Some Loquacious in the chat room says, when you don't meet your daily goal, does it get you down or does it make you want to work harder the next day?
It makes me want to work harder the next day.
That was my experience too, yeah.
It really does.
You want to get that goal every day. And if you don't, you go, I'll get you tomorrow.
Yeah. So my pros and cons of this, it's a comfortable wristband. I noticed it doesn't really make me sweat anymore underneath it or anything. It's waterproof, which is great, so I never have to take it off.
Yeah.
Other than when I want to clean it, because it does get kind of gross.
Yeah.
After you wear it for like a week. And it's very accurate. My cons, it doesn't have that screen. So moving from the Fitbit 1 to this, you are going to lose that little screen that tells you your step count right there.
Yeah, and you had a little flower that grew and all that stuff. That's gone.
Now you just have the LEDs that blink at you.
But you also have the app, which does do all those fancy
so it's
things.
kind of like, well, you're losing the screen, but you're still getting the app, and it's been updated and it syncs faster. So altogether, it's definitely a buy for me. I love the thing, and I'm going to keep wearing it until it dies.
You'd be amazed how many people around here are wearing Fuel Bands,
it's really
Fitbits,
surprising.
Jawbones. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Thank you, Shannon Moore. She produces this show at Snubs on Twitter. She's also the host of Threat Wire, which you can watch on YouTube, youtube.com/geek. What is it? Tech Geek? Tech Feed. Tech Feed.
I was like, what is it?
What is the name of that? Tech Feed. And we do that, of course, with Darren Kitchen of Hack 5. Great to have you.